अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षीं धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीं ध्यायेत् पद्मासनस्थां विकसितवदनां पद्मपत्रायताक्षीं हेमाभां पीतवस्त्रां करकलितलसद्धेमपद्माम्बराङ्गीं सर्वालङ्कारयुक्तां सततमभयदां भक्तनम्रां भवानीं श्रीविद्यां शान्तमूर्तिं सकलसुरनुतां सर्वसम्पत्प्रदात्रीं सकुङ्कुमविलेपनामलिकचुम्बिकस्तूरिकां समन्दहसितेक्षणां ससरशापपाशाङ्कुशाम् अशेषजनमोहिनीमरुणमाल्यभूषोज्ज्वलां जपाकुसुमभासुरां जपविधौ स्मरेदम्बिकाम् ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। हरिः ॐ everybody. We are doing Saundarya Lahari. This one is in Brahmanda Puranam. Vedavyasa has written this Brahmanda Puranam. That's what we are covering. Today we are at Prabha Vidya, that is the 21st Lahari. Shlokas from 86 to 89, Namas from 393, Prabhavati Namam to 415th Namam, Manovachama Gochara. That is up to that we are going to see today. This is 25th Lahari, Prabha Vidya and Shivaduti Vidya. Both of them put together we are going to see today. 86th shloka to 89th shloka. Let us chant together. Prabhavati Prabharupa Prasiddha Parameshwari Moola Prakrutiravyakta Vyakta Vyakta Swarupini Vyapini Vividhakara Vidya Vidya Swarupini Mahakamesha Nayana Kumudahlada Kaumudi Bhaktaharda Tamobheda Bhanu Madbhanu Samtatihi Sivaduti Sivarajya Sivamurti Shivankari Shivapara Shishteshta Sishta Pujita Aprameya Swapraka Sivaduti Sivarajya Sivamurti Shivankari Shivapriya Shivapara Shishteshta Pujita Aprameya Swaprakasha Manovacha Magochara. Up to that we are going to see today. So this is the 25th Lahari. Now let us see. First Namam is 393 Namam Prabhavati. Prabha. Bha means light, Kanti, radiance. That is called Bha. Vati. Prabhavati means endowed with light, endowed with brilliance, endowed with tejas. That is Prabhavati. She has all those. That the Jyoti, Paranjyoti Swarupam took the form as Prabharupa. That is 394th Namam, 86th Shloka. Now let us see the Prabhavati means. How these Prabhas means radiance. Where are they? How are they? The whole universe is filled with these Prabhas, Kanti. According to Sri Chakram, Mayukha means Kiranam. Even Dhyana Shloka we all chant every day. Animadibhiravrutam Mayukhaihi Ahamityeva Vibhavaye Bhavani. Animadibhiravrutam Mayukhaihi. Animadi Ashtasiddhis. Animalaghi Magari Mahima Ishitva Vashitva. Mayukha means Kiranamulu, rays. Like how the sun has rays, that is how whole universe is filled with mother's rays. That is Prabhavati. She has all those rays. From mother, fire god Agni Devata took 108 rays. Sun god Surya Devata took 116 rays. Chandrama took 136 rays. All put together, that is 360 rays. See, Surya Bhagavan has also unlimited rays. But mainly we say 7 rays. That is why we chant Saptashvaradhamarudham Prachandam Kasyapatmajam. Those 7 colors are very important, 7 rays. That is how we say Vijayar. The names are given in our scriptures and the colors are also given in our scriptures. But I am not touching all that because it takes a long time to cover all those. But these are all unlimited rays, Prabhas, Kanti, coming from Mother. This is Jyoti Swarupam, Param Jyoti Swarupam, that is residing in our heart cave. So this is how this, that's why Sri Chakram, if you look at it, first one is Trilokya Mohana Chakram, that has 3 lines. First line has these Ashta Siddhis. Actually, 2 more are added. Anima, Laghima, Garima, Mahima, Ishitva, Vashitva, Prapti, Prakamya. In the first ray. Second one is Ashta Matrukas, 8 of them. Brahmi, Maheswari, Kaumari, Vaishnavi, Mahendri, Chamunda, all of them. And then the Mudra Shaktilu, Sarva Karshini, Sarva Vidravini, Sarva Hladini, they all put together is 28 rays. Then this one is, we are going through Sri Chakram. Sri Chakram is nothing but Vishwam. Just showing the glimpses of those rays. At least we can connect to it. Now, second one is Shodashadala Padma, means 16 devatas are there. Kama Karshini, Buddhya Karshini, Ahankara Karshini, Dhairya Karshini, all those Akarshana devatas. 28 plus 16. You are all very good in math. You can add up all of them together. Then third one has 8, Ashtadala Padmam. 28 plus 16 plus 8. Then 14 triangles, 14 devatas. Again, 10 triangles, 2 of them, that means 20. Then 8 of them, 8 triangle, Ashtakonam, that is also called Vasukonam. These are all animas, prabhas, rays. Race means not running race, Kiranamalu, Rashmayaha. So then there's 1 triangle. So all of them, that's also 3 devatas are there. Then 28 plus 16 plus 18 plus 14 plus 20 plus 8 plus 3. That is what the total is. And then Ayudha devatas, they are 4. Banini, Chapini, Pashini, Ankushini, plus Bindu. Bindu, that's where Mahatripura Sundari, this Prabha Rupa resides there in the Bindu Mandala Vasini. That Bindu, that Jyotir Mandalam, Param Jyoti Swarupam became as many. That's how the Kiranamulu, this race, that's how the whole universe took place. That's why whatever we see is nothing but Prabhavati, Prabharupa. Bha means light, Kanti. That is why we say Bharata Desham. Bharati. Bha means light, knowledge. Knowledge, light is representation of knowledge. Rati means we revel in knowledge. That is why all over the world, from everybody used to come to India, Bharat, to learn the knowledge. Everywhere we had Takshashila University, Nalanda University, greatest universities in those days, about 1500 years ago. After that, so many people invaded. We lost all our spiritual great culture, but now it is reviving. Now it is coming back, and which it should be. This is all Prabha Vidya. That is why even when we but celebrate the birthday, we lit the candles, but we don't blow out the candles because we love knowledge. We don't like darkness. We like light, and we like to share that light, share that knowledge. That is all Prabhavati. Bha means light. 394 Namam is 86th Shloka, Prabha Rupa. I already mentioned she is residing, that Jyoti took one became many. Ekoham Bahusyam, like a race. Whole universe is filled with all these. That is why we say Ashtaishwaryam. We say Vidya Swarupini, Prabha Rupa. With the knowledge only, people get tejas, brilliance. We say Brahma Varchasu, means they are shining with that knowledge that shows in their faces. That is what the Prabha Rupa means. And then now Prasiddha, 395th Namam, 86th Shloka. Prasiddha means very popular, very familiar, whether we believe it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we understand or not, whether we explain or not, we all know about mother. That is why she is Prasiddha. Then you might wonder, there are so many people who don't know mother. Even I do not know, I do not understand. How can you say that? The reason, I will give you example. Let us say, we all know we exist. Nobody has to tell us that existence, that Sat is mother, Prasiddha, that is why Prasiddha, familiar, but we do not know that that's all it is. And then we say, I eat, and then everybody knows that I smell, I walk, or I am walking, all that is mother, nothing but mother. Because mother is in us, we are able to say that, we are able to do that action, we are able to think. All that is why we all know. But right now, we are in the position not to experience or not to understand. That is why this satsang. Then at least that with through Shravanam, that I do not know will be gone. Then I do not understand through reflection, mananam, that will be gone. I do not experience, that will go by nididhyasanam, means abidance. Then experience will take place. That is why Prasiddha, everybody knows her. Atheist or theist, whether or billionaire, millionaire, pauper, or poor people, or rich people, or CEOs, or peon, whatever, or housewives or husbands, working people, everybody is familiar, very popular. That is why Prasiddha. Then Parameshwari, 396th Namam, 86th Shloka. See, these namas are also have a nice rhythm. Prabhavati, Prabharupa, Prasiddha, Parameshwari. Even that Shabdalankaram, it is called beauty in sound, beauty of sound, Shabdalankaram. Even when we chant also, there is a rhythm is there. Same thing with the Saundarya Lahari. Saundarya Lahari is written by Adi Shankaracharya. This Lalita Sahasranamam is given by Vashinyadi Vagdevatas. Vashini, Kameshwari, Modini, Vimala, Aruna, Jaini, Sarveswari, Kaudini. All of them came like rays, Kiranas, Prabhavati, Prabharupa, like that, from mother. 8 white rays. Then they took this form. They are seeing mother every day. Then mother gave the permission to write this Lalita Sahasranamam. They started chanting. They started doing the stuti about mother. Then slowly through Hayagriva Guru and Agastya Samvada, that's how Agastya Maharshi, between the dialogue between them, we got it up to us. Through Veda Vyasa Bhagavan in Brahmanda Purana. He wrote this in Brahmanda Purana in Lalitopakhyanam. That's how we got from mother, through those rays, grace of mother. So that's why we chant Vashinyadi Vagdevatas. That is how we chant like that. Then Parameshwari, Parama Ishwari, Param is supreme. Ishwari means Shasakuralu, Niyamakuralu, controller. This is the Siddhi. When we meditate on Prabhavati, Prabharupa, this is the Siddhi, that phalam, results of chanting of meditate upon mother. This is the Siddhi they get it. Means, does that mean they gain control over the world? Yes, they do. In which way? They control over their own mind. Means that is, own mind is in our world. There is no, according to Vedanta, there is no world beyond our thoughts. Our thoughts are our mind. So that's why they get control over physical control, physically, mentally, intellectually, psychologically, spiritually also. they become Parameshwara, means they will be able to achieve that control. That's what Parameshwari. That's why mother knows when to bring us to the earthly field, when, where, how. The mother knows. And leaving also, mrityu, death also, only Parameshwari knows when to leave. It's not in our control. Birth and death, only in middle, even though it is a play, natakam, that is all in our control. Means the way we think, we act. The way we think, we interact to the people, surroundings, and situations. Vastu, Vyakti, Paristhiti. So mother will help us to deal with all these in peaceful way, in happy way, in blissful way. That is what Parameshwari. And then now 397 Namam, 86th Shloka. Moola Prakriti. Actually, this whole from here, Moola Prakriti Ravyakta, Vyakta, Vyakta Swarupini, Vyapini, Vividhakara, Vidya, Vidya Swarupini. Up to that, this is a science. What kind of science? Srushti Rahasyam. Srushti means creation. The secret behind the creation. The first most important thing, we need to understand how the creation took place. All the Upanishads talked about creation. Most of the Upanishads. Because once we understand, then we know how to deal with it. Creation means prapancham, world. Then that's why, but at the end of it, they say it is all, it's only a projection, humbug. It's not really there. Only Paramatma is there. To understand that, we need to understand how the creation came. This is all Srushti Rahasyam, how the creation. Now 397 Namam, 86th Shloka. Moola Prakriti, we will see that. Kruti means created, made. What is created here? World, universe is created. How? Prakruti, Prakrishtena, three meanings are there. Pra is the upasarga, prefix. Pradhamam, Pradhanam, Prakrishtam. That is why we say Prapancham. Pancha, made out of Pancha. What? Pancha means five. Five elements. Space, air, fire, water, and earth. That's all Prapancham means. We think, wow, Prapancham is huge. Oh, I cannot handle it. But it's nothing but made out of these five only, five elements. Prapancham. That is why Prakruti. That is why we even Vishnu Sahasranamam also we chant Pradhana Purusheshwaraha. Pradhanam, Prakrishtam, Pradhamam. Pradhamam means first. Prakrishtam, then Pradhamam means first. Who is that? Moola. Moola means root, source. Who is that? Mother. Mother is the source for the whole creation. That is why she is the first. Pradhamam. Means here Shiva and Shakti are together. That is called Samayacharam. Always we have to see them as together. Shiva's Prana Shakti, Sankalpa Shakti, and Aham. When Shiva says, Nenunu, I, all of them is mother. So then, before creation, mother is inside. They are all, both of them are together. We have seen this so many times. That is why we say Mahakamesha. Mahakamesha, that when they say Mahat Shabdam, that is, both of them are together. Parabrahma Parameshwara Tattvam. Param Jyoti Swarupam. Then, first Moola Prakriti, when the creation started, that Sankalpam, that thought came, that is called Moola Prakriti, that vibration. That also done by mother alone. Shiva is Achalam. Shiva cannot do anything. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum. Even Shiva Bhagavan has to unite with the Shakti only, he can create. Otherwise, there is no creation. So that is why Moola Prakruti, mother is the source. That first Vyaktam means subtle way. This stage we cannot even see. That is the Moola Prakruti. Then Brahmaji is the first creation. Then what happened is Brahmaji created Maharshis and Prajapatis. Daksha Prajapati, Kashyapa Prajapati and Maharshis. They are all Manasika Srishti. Through mental creation, means through Sankalpam, through thought alone, he created all of them. Brahmaji. Then, but he could not create the female Srishti. That is why Shiva Bhagavan said, it is impossible for you to create. Shakti has to be there, energy. That energy belongs to me. That's why Shakti is Shiva's. Then that Shiva, that Paranjyoti became two, Shiva and Shakti, mother and father. That is why they both are Janani Janakulu, mother and father for the whole universe. That is why, then what happened? Shiva blessed him. Then Brahmaji meditated on Om, that is called Pranavam, Om Upasana, Pranava Upasana. Then he saw the Jyotir Mandalam, both of them together. Then, because this is Prabha Vidya, from the Jyoti, two of them came about. That is why Shiva and Shakti, that is the Moola Prakruti. Mother is the source for everything, every being, all of us. Like a seed and a tree. Seed has all the possibility. That is why Avyaktam. Next Namam is 398th Namam, 86th Shloka, Avyakta. Avyakta means that is unmanifest. Still it is unmanifest. We cannot see. It's in thought level only. That is why even when we, let us say, for example, if we want to build a house, first we make the thoughts. We do not know. Nobody can even see that. Then the thought we will express how I'm going to build a house. Then even that it is a thought alone. That is what Avyakta. See that stages. When I say practical example, you can connect very easily. Then we contact with architecture. Then we built the drawings, blueprint. Then that is Vyaktam. Vyaktam means manifested. That is why even creation also, it is still in Avyaktam, unmanifest. Like a tree in a seed, still unmanifest. Then what happened next? 399th Namam, 86th Shloka. Vyakta Vyakta Swarupini. Vyakta Avyakta Swarupini. Both of them are mother alone. Vyaktam means manifest. Avyaktam means unmanifest. Both of them are mother. We saw it in the Vak Shakti also. Vak means speech has also 4 levels. Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama, Vaikhari. Vaikhari is only one you can hear. The way, whatever I'm speaking, you are able to hear. That is called Vaikhari. That is manifested. That is Vyaktam. Avyaktam means Para, Pashyanti, Madhyamar, Avyaktam, unmanifest. You are all of us are all planning what to talk, how to talk, the words, letters, and bhavam means moods. All of them, we are keeping them together. Then we are expressing our knowledge too. That is why Vyaktam and Avyaktam, manifest and unmanifest, both of them are mother alone. That's why first, that is why Moola Prakruti, order I am giving. Moola Prakruti, Avyaktam, Mahat, and then this is all in Samashti level. Ahankaram means I. Whatever I say, Ahankaram means I, that feeling. Then all the Tanmatras means in subtle way. All the elements are in subtle way. Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha means sound and touch and all those. Then gross elements, that's where Vyaktam means manifested. Those we can see. We can see earth, we can see water, we cannot see air, but we can see fire. Air and space, that we cannot see. Space is unlimited. Everywhere space. So that's why this is all manifested world. That is the order. Same way, we our thoughts are also, our speech also, whatever, whenever you express, that is called Vyaktam, manifested. So this is Vyakta Vyakta Swarupini. That's why we say Chaturvimshati Tattvas, means 24 Tattvas. Pancha, 5 Tanmatras, subtle elements, and then 5 Panchabhutas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, organs of perception, 5 organs of actions. They are 20 all put together. Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittam, 24. All put together, Vyakta Vyakta Swarupini. And then next, how, when she became manifestation, how it happened. Vyapini Vividhakara. 400 Namam. 400th Namam is 87th Shloka. Vyapini. From there, she just spread everywhere. That energy, that mother, universal mother. That means, that's why whatever we see is nothing but mother alone. Vyapini. How Vyapini took place, spreading. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina. Avyaktam, but we cannot see mother. Even though mother is everywhere, but we are not able to see. Then how she have spread through, in and through, in everything, dravya, like a material, in objects. Then jnana, through knowledge, and kriya, actions. Means every object, everything has inbuilt knowledge. Let us say, for example, if the baby is born, who taught her to drink milk from mother? Even animals do it, and humans do it. That inbuilt knowledge, that intuition, who taught her? Who taught the babies? That is called, that is the Vyapini. The mother is in and through, in that system, in that objects everywhere. She pervaded, all pervading, Vyapini. That is Dravya, Jnana, Kriya. In these 3 forms, mother, Sarva Vyapakam, all pervading. How again? 401 Namam, 87th Shloka. Vividhakara. Then Vividhakara. Vividha means so many. Vividham, so many. Akara means shapes. So many, everything is mother, Mula Prakriti. From ant to Brahmaji, everything is mother. Even Pipilikadi Brahma Paryantam, that ant, and then even that blade of grass, everything, everybody, in everything, everywhere, in everybody. That is Vividhakara. But then you might have a question. Why am I not able to see? Why I am not able to see? If mother is pervaded everywhere, why I am not able to see? That question comes to common people, because we need the qualification. That is why Prakruta Purusha, Samskruta Purusha. So, Prakruta Purusha means whoever revels in this prapancham, outgoing tendency, the world gives me joy, world gives me happiness. Those people cannot see mother, even though mother is there, Mula Prakriti, as Mula Prakriti, the source, as consciousness, as self. But who can see? Samskruta Purusha, purified mind, purified intellects, yogis, Mahanubhavas, Mahatmas, Jnanis can see. They will not see all these objects, all the forms, but they go see through the, in and through everything. They see mother alone. That is why Vyapini Vividhakara. Then Vidya Swarupini, 402nd Namam, 87th Shloka. Vidya, Avidya Swarupini, both of them are mother. When we see mother in the world, that is called Vidya, knowledge. Avidya means ignorance. What is the ignorance? Like what I am, what I am not thinking as myself is avidya. What I am not, I am thinking as myself. What I am not means what I'm not body, I'm not mind, I'm not intellect, but I think I am. That is called ignorance. That is called avidya. Very simple. But then you might have a what is the pramanam? Scriptures are saying we are, all of us are Sat Chit Anandam, existence, consciousness, and bliss. We are always there, and then we are that knowledge, Jnana Swarupam, and then we are Ananda Swarupam. But we don't know. That is avidya. What I am not, I am taking as myself. Both of them are mother's form alone. Swarupini, her nature is that. Then you might have a question. When did it start? This is a common question asked in the study groups, or they ask Swamijis. When did this avidya started? Do not worry about when did it started, because it is avidya is anadi, started from the beginning. But we need to work on how to get rid of, how to destroy this avidya. That's why knowledge is the only source. Knowledge alone, we can destroy this avidya. That is why satsangs are very important. That's why we come to know our nature, Prabhavati, Prabharupa. That's why Vidya, Vidya Swarupini. Mother is both. Then she is the one who throws us in samsara. Then she is the one who takes away from this avidya, that ignorance. That is why Upanishad says, avidya is like mrityu. Avidya is again one name is yajnayaga adi karma. All the actions, they are all avidya. Upasana, bhakti, and Upanishad knowledge is vidya. Through Upanishad knowledge alone, we will attain liberation. Because they talk about Atma Tattvam, they talk about us. Means this is essence of Lalita Sahasranamam, is essence of Upanishads. That is why Vidya, Vidya Swarupini. Now we will go to the next Namam, 403rd Namam, 87th Shloka. Mahakamesha Nayana Kumuda Ahlada Kaumudi. Whole thing is one Namam. There is no breakup. Now Mahakamesha, whenever there is Mahat Shabdam is Parabrahma Paramatma Tattvam. Mahakamesha, Mahakameshwari. Both of them are together is Param Jyoti Swarupam, Parabrahma Paramatma, Mahat Shabdam. We saw earlier also Mahamantra, Mahatantra, Mahayantra, Mahayaga Krama Rajya, all of them are Mahat Shabdam. And now Mahakamesha Nayana. Nayana means to his eyes, to Paramashiva's eyes, Lord Shiva's eyes. Kumuda, how are they? Kumuda means lilies. We have two of them, Padma and Kumuda. Padma means lotus, Kumuda means lilies. There are two types, red lilies and white lilies. Kumuda means, according to Nighantu, the dictionary, both of them are called lilies. Because Shiva has three eyes, Trinayana. Then all of them, one eye is representation of fire. Fire is again red in color. Then you might have a question, how can you compare with Kumuda, the lilies? Both of them are white lily, red lily. Both of them are called Kumuda. His eyes are like lilies. These lilies, when do they bloom? When the moon rays comes alone, they bloom. But here, where is the moon rays? Kumuda Ahlada Kaumudi. Mother is Kaumudi. Vennela Jyotsna, that Chandrika Swarupam, that brilliance, that Kanti, coolness is mother. That is Ahladam. Mother is giving ahladam, happiness, joy to Mahakamesha. Mahakamesha Nayana Kumuda Ahlada Kaumudi. Kaumudi means this is not an ordinary full moon day. This is Sharatkala Paurnima. Sharat season comes in, we have 6 seasons. Sharat season is one, that comes in October, November. Sharad Rutu and Sharat Masam, Ashvija Masam and Kartika Masam. Both of them are in Sharad Rutu. This is Kaumudi means Kartika Purnima. This is very famous. Even Arunachalam also, that Kartika Deepam, great festival, great celebration is there, great event. That Aruna Achalam, nothing but Shiva and Parvati. Aruna is mother, Achalam means Shiva. That is a Giri, that mountain is nothing but Lord Parameshwara and Parameshwari. That is the Agni Lingam there. So that is why this one is Kaumudi, Kartika Paurnami. That's where Rasa Leela took place, according to Bhagavatam. All the gopis danced with Lord Krishna with joy, with revel, happiness, reveling in Lord Krishna. That is why. And Nayana means Brahmajnanam, means giver of Brahmajnanam. When we chant this shloka, that is why mother, this is all saying Anyonya Prema. Both of them are loving one another, giving happiness to one another. That is why this is all Samayacharam. We are following Samayacharam. So this is the 403rd Namam. Now we are entering to 404th Namam, 88th Shloka. Bhakta Harda Tamobheda Bhanu Madbhanu Santatihi. Again, this one is full Namam, one Namam. You can underline it. No breakup in between. Bhakta Harda Tamobheda Bhanu Madbhanu Santatihi. Here, Bhakta means devotees. Harda means in their hearts. Right now, all of us have Tamobheda, Tamas. Tamas means again ignorance. 3 gunas are there. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo guna. Ignorance means not knowing who am I. That is ignorance. Dullness and procrastination, laziness, and thinking world gives me joy, world gives me happiness. All this is ignorance. Tamo Bheda destroys, dispels. How Bhanumat Bhanu Santatihi. Bhanu here is sun god. How the Bhanu Santatihi means with rays. Previous Namam, it said mother as moon. Now here sun god is remembered. We need both of them. Bhanu Santatihi. She showers that Prabhavati, Prabharupa, that rays in us, and then dispels that ignorance. See, even outside also the darkness goes away when the sun comes out. The sun rays comes out. Otherwise, we still have the darkness. In the same way that inner darkness will go away with when mother enters in our heart. Means, does that mean mother entered now? No, mother is always there. But we come to know, we come to experience, we come to be aware that mother is in us. That's all. That is what called Tamo Bheda, destroyer, dispels. That is why even Guru we chant Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Ajnana Timiram. That ignorance is compared with Timiram means darkness. Guru dispels that darkness. Guru is nothing but mother. Mother is nothing but Guru. It took the form, that's all. So that is why Nakadiditi Sanchanna Namajjanatamo Guna, we saw earlier Namam. Naka means nails. That with the nails, mother Tamo Guna dispelled that darkness. In us also, that mother, we chant in Narayana Suktam, Tirya Gurdhva Mata Shayi Rashmaya Stasya Santata. That Santata, Santati, that Rashmaya means rays. Upward, downward, crossways, everywhere. that rays are there, means 72,000 nadis, all the ignorance is immersed now. But now when mother dispels that ignorance, that 72,000 nadis will shower the amrutam, nectar. That is what Bhakta Harda Tamobheda Bhanumad Bhanu Santatihi. That's why we get the knowledge. And now 405th Namam, this is 88th Shloka, Shivaduti. This is where Shivaduti Vidya. Shivaduti means mother's name. This is Sukla Paksha Saptami Devata. Saptami means seventh day. We saw elaborately in Khadgamala Stotram. Kameshwari, Bhagamalini, Nityaklina, Bherunda, Vaknivasini, Mahavajreswari, Sivaduti. Sivaduti is the Saptami day. Saptami means seventh. And then this one is there in Pushkara Kshetram as Shivaduti. She is the one Kshemankari, gives the Kshemam means all goodness, all is well. That feeling comes when we meditate on this mother. Then Shiva, second meaning is Shiva as her Duta means messenger. When did this happen? This comes in Devi Saptashati. There, Shumbha Nishumba, their demons are saying, oh mother, nobody can destroy us. They became very arrogant. Mother says, just she sent Shiva as her messenger. This comes in Devi Mahatman. That is why Shiva has her messenger. And then that is why we say Namaka Chamakam, Duta Yacha Prahita Yacha. Duta means messenger. Prahita means well-being of everybody. This Duta again comes in, we have to go to Hanuman Chalisa. How do we chant? Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana Teja Pratapa Mahajagavandana Vidyavana Guniyati Chatura Rama Kajakari Veko Atura Prabhu Charitra Suniveko Rasya Rama Lakhana Sita Manabasya. Actually, we Anjani Putra Pavanasutanama. That's where we have to start. Second Chaupai. Anjani Putra Pavanasutanama Mahavira Vikrama Bajarangi Kumati Nivara Sumati Kesangi. Then we say Shankara Suvana Kesari Nandana. That's why this Hanumanji is born as Anjana Devi's Putra. Anjana Devi is a Apsarasa, great devotee of Mother Shiva. Then she married to Kesari. He is also great warrior. Hanumanji himself says in Sundarakanda in Valmiki Ramayana. And then both of them together, that Shankara Suvana we saw, Hanumanji Janana Ghattam. Shankara Suvana means that Shankara's stages, Lord Shiva's stages, came to Punji Anjana Devi. How? Vayu Bhagavan, that is why we say Pavanasuta. Vayu Bhagavan brought it to earthly field, and then through her right ear, he gave that Tejas, subtle energy. That's how Shankara, Hanumanji was born. That is why he went as a messenger. That is why Shiva Duti, that is nothing but Hanumanji also. Duta, that's where he himself says to when she saw Sita Mata, Vanaroham Mahabhage, Duto Ramasya Dhimata. Then when he sees Ravana, he says, Dutohamiti Vigneyo, Raghavasyamitau Aujasaha. I am the Duta, I am the messenger of Ramachandra Bhagavan. He is the great warrior, he is Tejasvi. That's why he says to Ravana. That is what Shiva Duti. Then 406th Namam is 88 Shloka, Shiva Aradhya. Shiva Aradhya. Lord Shiva also worshipped mother. We saw Manuvu, Chandrudu, Kubera, even then Lopamudra, Agastya, Manmadha, all of them worshipped mother. Surya Bhagavan Shiva, Shiva Aradhya, worshipped mother. In 4 ways, that whole thing is called Chatushkuta Vidya. Dhumavati Kavacham, he did Dhumavati Kavacham, Syamala Stotram, Annapurna Sahasram, Renuka Kavacham. All of them. Then she worshipped mother, he worshipped mother. In her meditation, she saw mother, and then he gave to the world that system, that prakriya, that process to all of us. That is what Shivaradhyam. 407th Namam is 88 shloka. Shiva Murtihi. This is all Shivaduti Vidya. Shiva Murtihi. Shiva means auspiciousness. Shem Karoti Shankaraha. Murtihi means form. Mother is, that is why we chant Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Devi Narayani Namostute. Mother is, everything is auspiciousness. Shiva Murtihi. Nothing but a mother's murti is nothing but Shiva. Lord Shiva's murti is nothing but mother. That we saw in Saundarya Lahari elaborate. Oh mother, Shankaracharya ji says, oh mother, you are not happy. Shiva Bhagavan gave you half of the body. But because all left side mother took it over. But then you took all over. That's why I see only redness. I don't see Shiva. That white I don't see anywhere. That is what Shiva Murtihi. Then 408th Namam is 88 shloka. Shivam Kari. What she does, that results of this doing the Shivaduti Vidya. Shivam Kari. Shivam means again auspiciousness. Everything becomes Mangalyam, Mangalam. Everything becomes good. Everything auspicious. Everything is well. Yogam Kshemam. Whatever we do not have, she will unite with that. Whatever we have, she will be keep it in safe. That is Kshemam. Means take us Sri Vidya Phalam. This is Shivankari. That is her Swarupam, not that she is bringing from anywhere else. That is her nature. That is the mother's Daya, Karuna, compassion is her nature. Shivankari is her nature. And 409th Namam is 89th shloka. We are still in that shloka. 89th shloka now, 409th Namam. Shiva Priya. Mother is Shiva Priya. She has a very, Shiva likes, Shiva's beloved is mother. Both, like Radha and Krishna. Shiva loves Priya, mother. Mother loves Shiva. That is why both meanings we need to take. Shiva Priya, beloved. So now 410th Namam, 89th shloka, Shiva Para. Shiva as her goal. Shiva, for Shiva, Para. Mother is a Adishakti, Parashakti is Shiva's goal. Like that, both of them are united. That's why they are always together. That is called Samayacharam, Shiva Para. That is why even Shankaracharya ji says in Shivananda Lahari, beautiful composition of Shankaracharya. Kalabhyam Chudalankruta Shashikalabhyam Nijatapapalabhyam. Both of them did the worship for one another. That's how they got one another. Shiva Para. That's why she gives us Shiva Jnana Pradayini. Gives us Lord Shiva. That is why Ramadasu also says, Nanu Brova Mani Chappave Sitamma Talli Nanu Brova Mani Chappave. They always pray to mother first. Then mother gives father. Even earthly field also, mother tells the baby who is the father. Same way here, Shiva Jnana Pradayini. Then 411th Namam, 89th shloka, Sishteshta Sishta Pujita. That is 89th shlokam, 412. Sishteshta, Sishta Ishta. Sishta means two meanings. Sishtani, Sishtaha. Sishta means Shastras, scriptures. And Sishtaha means whoever follows them, whoever follows scriptures, Dharmam Chara, Satyam Vada. Satyam, they speak truth, always speak truth. Satyam Vada. Dharmam Chara means always follows Dharmam, righteousness. What we do is, we tell other people Dharmam. We may follow, we may not follow. But we may tell the truth or not. But definitely we tell other people Dharmam Vada, Satyam Vada, instead of Satyam Vada, dharmam vada. We tell other people. So that's, but truth is satyam vada dharmam chara. That's why sishta, that is called sishta. Ishta means mother likes, who follows all those, all in righteous ways, all in dharmic way, all in good way, all in sat. That's what sishteshta means. In karmas, vihita karmas, whatever do's they have to do. Don't leave it away. Nishiddham, they do not do. That's what sishteshta means. Then that sishta pujita means whoever, sishtas means whoever good people, mahanubhavas, mahatmas, they all worship mother. Pujita, the mother also likes them. That is why Sri Krishna always says, they are in me, I am in them. The jnanis, these are all great people. But we have the capacity to become sishteshta, sishta pujita. That's what, everything we have to do. Ishtam means with willingly, not with kashtam. Ishtam should be, worship should be ishtam, means with joy, with happiness, not with custom, not with difficulty. Oh, do I have to come to satsang again? Wow, they are all telling the same thing, same thing. Do I have to listen? Or same worship, same thing? That is not sishta. That is not permitted. That's not. That's why sishta pujita. We need to liked by mother. That is why even Sri Krishna says 35 characteristics of bhakta. Some a bhakta priya, those devotees are dear to me. We need to become dear to mother. That is why sishteshta, sishta pujita. That mother is how is she? 430 13th namam, 89th shloka. Aprameya. Meya means kolatam, measurement. Prameyam. Prameyam means measurement. We all have measurement on ourselves. Aprameya means there is no measurement, because all pervading, how can we measure? Everywhere. That is aprameya. There is no parinamam, parimanam, no measurements. There is no parimiti, there is no limited. But with that only, when we say the word koluchukuntunam, kolata koluchukuntunam in Telugu, koluchukuntunam means what? We are worshipping that unlimited form, unlimited mother. We made it as a vigraham or a form, and our Sri Chakram, and then we are worshipping. That is also permitted, because we are limited. Right now we are at not at the unlimited stage, unlimited thought process. We are not at the ready to connect to the unlimited. That is why we need this process. That kriya is needed. That's why that karma yoga is needed. That purifies our mind. Bhakti yoga is, what happens is all the thoughts will be focused. Ekagrata comes through bhakti yoga. Jnana yoga, that direction will take place to the thought, what to think. That is jnanam. Karma, bhakti, jnana, yogas. That's how Sri Krishna Paramatma taught in Bhagavad Gita. That aprameya. Then is again akaradi, letters, varnas. All of them are also worshipping mother. Matruka varna rupini. Matruka means letters. Then letter A is representation of Vishnu Bhagavan. That letter representation of Brahmaji. That is why Hari Brahmendra Sevita, we saw earlier. And then even we say, Ya Brahmachyuta Shankara Prabhuti Bhirdevai Sada Pujita Samam Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Jajapaha. We chant, what is that? That is the letter representation. Ya Brahma Achyuta Shankara Prabhuti, all the devatas are worshipping mother. That is aprameya. Now, how is the mother? 414th namam, that is Swaprakasha, Swayam Jyoti. There is nobody is to lit her, or nobody to show her. Swayam Bhu, Swalingam, we say Swayam Prakasham, self-effulgent, illuminator of all. That is why we chant Natatra Suryo Bhati Na Chandra Tarakam Nema vidyuto bhanti kutoyam agnihi tameva bhantamanubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. We chant that. Why? That where that Swaprakasha, where that Parambrahma Paramatma is there, that place, the Surya Bhagavan cannot show that, or Chandrama or fire. What to talk about this small lamp? How can we see Paramatma? We are just showing, that's all. That is called self-effulgent, Swaprakasham. That is why Sri Bhagavad Gita also says, Yada dityagatam tejaha jagadbhasayate khilam yachandramasi yachagno tattejo vidhi mamakam. That tejas brilliance is nothing but me alone. That is what? Swaprakasha. And then 415th Namam, Manovachama Gochara, 89th Shloka. Manas, through mind, Vacha means speech, both of them, Vacham, Agochara. We cannot see. Through speech, through words cannot explain, mind cannot experience. Then we are in trouble. You have a question. Then why do we need these satsangs? What is the purpose? All these stotras, why do we need to chant? Means mother is aprameya. Mother is no measurement. Mind can experience only has a measure. Whatever has seen only, it can think about it. Whatever is not seen, my mind cannot think about it. Right now, our situation, we do not know mother. That is why mind cannot experience. Mana, watch, speech has limitations too. Whatever we think, we express as speech. That's why both cannot express our experience. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Upanishad says, mind cannot go there. Even speech cannot go there. Nivartante, they both come back. All these questions takes place in Brahma Sutras elaborately. Vyasa Bhagavan wrote Brahma Sutras. Then Shankaracharya ji wrote commentary, sutras in formulas, condensed form. All these, then why do we need mind? All these, but unless we understand, we need this speech, we need this vaku, we need these satsangs. Then when we get the Brahma Vidya, when we get the experience, then we go beyond mind. That is why we go beyond Agnya Chakram, Unmana Sthiti, go beyond mind. That's why Manonasham, even the Ramana Maharshi say, that Manonasham has to happen, not Manolayam. Manolayam happens every day in sleep. That's why Manonasham. But until we understand, we need a mind. Through mind alone, we can perceive all these concepts. We can experience. But because this is silence, Manovachama Gocharam. That's what power behind the eye. That's what Kenopanishad says. Power behind the speech. But I will not be able to know. Speech will not be known. Power behind the mind, but mind will not understand. Yat manuta yan manasana manute, Kenopanishad says. That's what, this is a really interesting point to take up. Manovacha amagochara. This is the 415th Namam, 89th Shloka. That's why let us take mother's blessings, Shivaduti mother, to enter as Bhanumad Bhanu Santatihi. Then we need to become bhaktas, devotees. Then she dispels all that ignorance, that tamo bheda. Then she gives us Mahakamesha Nayana, takes us the abode. Then we understand Mula Prakriti. Then we know Vyakta Avyaktam. Right now she is unmanifest. But then we understand. Then we need to become Sishteshta Sishta Pujita. We need to have the good conduct, develop Sat, develop truth, develop everything in understanding, in speech, everywhere. Then we experience Shivaduti. Then Shivajnana Pradayini. Shiva Priya, Shiva Para, to that level, giver of moksham. This is Prabha Vidya, Shivaduti Vidya put together. We finished today from 86th shloka to 89th shloka, 393 namam to 415th namam. Prabhavati namam to Manovachama Gochara. May that Mother bless all of us to attain that happiness, that bliss, that liberation. Now I'm going to conclude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Now Ramana Maharshi, that book was not coming. That is Upadesha Sara. He says Mano Nasham has to happen. That is Purana. That is what mother's blesses. It will come out. I was struggling there. Sri Matre Namaha. Harihi Om.